Hi, everyone. My name is Rachel. I am one of two directors for EUO's Shakesqueer. We're welcoming you tonight to a Zoom performance of A Midsummer Night's Dream. So as I said, my name is Rachel. My pronouns are he, him, and she, her. I am playing Theseus tonight, and I am also one of two directors for Shakespeare.
My name is Sierra. I am the other director, and I use she, her pronouns, and I will be playing Oberon.
Hi, my name is Will. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm playing the part of Bottom.
Hi, I'm Jasmine. I use she, they pronouns, and I'm playing the part of Demetrius.
Hi, my name is Kevin. I use he, him, or they, them pronouns, and I'm playing the parts of Aegeus and Cobweb.
Hi, my name's Tony. I use they, them, or she, her pronouns, and I'm playing the parts of Flute and Peas Blossom.
Hi, my name is Chloe. I use they, them pronouns, and I am playing the part of Helena.
Hi, my name is Nora. I use she, they pronouns, and I'm playing Hermia.
Oh, April, I think you're...
Yeah, I saw.
Okay.
My name is April. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm playing the part of Hippolyta.
Hi, my name's Amanda, and I use she, her pronouns, and I'm playing the part of Lysander.
Hi, my name is Theo. I use they, he pronouns, and I will be playing the part of Puck.
Hi, I'm Paulina. I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing the part of Quince.
Hi, I'm Laura. I use she, her pronouns, and I will be playing Snug and Mustard Seed.
Hi, I'm Maya. I use she, her pronouns, and I will be playing Titania.
Perfect. So that is our cast for the evening. We hope you enjoy this production of A Midsummer Night's Dream. Act 1, Scene 1, Athens, the Palace of Theseus. Enter Theseus and Hippolyta. Now, fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bring in another moon, but oh, methinks how slow this old moon wanes.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in night. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time, and then the moon, like to a silver bow, new bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnities.
Hippolyta, I wooed thee with my sword and won thy love, doing thee injuries. But I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with reveling.
Happy be Theseus, our renowned Duke.
Thanks, good Aegeus. What's the news with you?
Full of vexation come I, with complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. My noble lord, this one hath my consent to marry her. And stand forth, Lysander. My gracious Duke, this one hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child. With cunning hast thou filched my daughter's heart, turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. And my gracious Duke, be it so she will not hear before your grace consent to marry with Demetrius, I beg the privilege of Athens. As she is mine, I may dispose of her.
What say you, Hermia? Demetrius is a worthy companion.
So is Lysander.
In herself she is, but in this kind, wanting your father's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
I would my father looked but with my eyes.
Rather, your eyes must with his judgment look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I am made bold, nor how it may concern my modesty in such a presence here to plead my thoughts. But I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death, or to abjure forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires. Know of your youth, examine well your blood. whether if you yield not to your father's choice, you can endure the livery of a nun. For earthlier happy is the rose distilled than that which withering on the virgin thorn grows, lives and dies in single blessedness.
So I will grow, so live, so die, my lord, ere I will my virgin patent up unto her ladyship, whose unwished yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause, and by the next new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and me, upon that day, either prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or else to wed Demetrius as he would, or on Diana's altar to protest for austerity and single life.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander, yield thy crazed title to my certain right.
You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him?
Oh, scornful Lysander. True, she hath my love, and what is mine, my love shall render her.
I am, my lord, as well derived as she, as well possessed. My love is more than hers, my fortunes every way as fairly ranked, and which is more than all these boasts can be, I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Demetrius, I'll avouch it to her head, made love to Netter's daughter, Helena, and won their soul. They devoutly dote upon this spotted and inconstant woman.
I must confess that I have heard so much. But Demetrius, come, and come, Aegeus, you shall go with me. I have some private schooling for you both. For you, fair Hermia, look you arm yourself to fit your fancies to your father's will, or else the law of Athens yields you up. Come, my Hippolyta, what cheer, my love. Demetrius and Aegeus, go along.
With duty and desire, we follow you.
How now, my love? Oh, why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast?
Like for want of rain, which I could well beteem them from the tempest of my eyes.
Ay me, for aught that I could ever read, could ever hear by tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth. But either it was different in blood.
Oh, cross, too high to be enthralled to low.
Or else misgrafted in respect of years.
Oh, spite, too old to be engaged to young.
Or else it stood upon the choice of friends.
Oh, hell, to choose love by another's eyes.
Or if there were a sympathy in the choice, war, death, or sickness did lay siege to it, making it as momentary as a sound, brief as lightning in the coiled night. That in a spleen unfolds both heaven and earth, and ere a man hath power to say, behold, the jaws of darkness do devour it up. So quick bright things come to confusion.
If then true lovers have been ever crossed, it stands as an edict in destiny. Then let us teach our trial patience, because it is a customary cross, as due to love as thoughts and dreams and sighs, wishes and tears, poor fancy's followers.
A good persuasion. Therefore, hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens is her house remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only child. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee, and to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me then, steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, and in the wood, a league without the town, where I did meet thee once with Helena to do observance to a morn of May, there will I stay for thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by the simplicity of Venus doves, by that which knitteth souls and prospers loves, by all the vows that ever men have spoke, in number more than ever women spoke. In that same place thou hast appointed me, tomorrow truly will I meet with thee.
Keep promise, love. Look, here comes Helena.
God speed, fair Helena, whither away?
Call you me fair? That fair again unsay. Demetrius loves your fair. Oh, happy fair. Your eyes are lodestars, and your tongue sweet air, more tunable than lark to shepherd's ear. When wheat is green, when hawthorn buds appear, sickness is catching. Oh, were favor so, yours would I catch, fair Hermia, ere I go. My ear should catch your voice, my eye, your eye. My tongue should catch your tongue's sweet melody. Were the world mine, Demetrius being baited, the rest I'd give to you to be translated. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius's heart.
I frown upon her, yet she loves me still.
Oh, that your frowns would teach my smiles such skill.
I give her curses, yet she gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers could such affection move.
The more I hate, the more she follows me.
The more I love, the more she hateth me.
Her folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty. Would that fault were mine.
Take comfort. She no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself will fly this place. Before the time I did Lysander see, seemed Athens as a paradise to me. Oh, then what graces in my love do dwell, that she hath turned a heaven unto a hell.
Helen, to you our minds we will unfold. Tomorrow night, when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage in the watery glass, decking with liquid pearl the bladed grass, a time that lover's flight doth still conceal, through Athens' gates we have devised to steal.
And in the wood where often you and I upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsel sweet, there my Lysander and myself shall meet, and thence from Athens turn away our eyes to seek new friends and stranger companies. Farewell, sweet playfellow. Pray thou for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander. We must starve our sight from lovers' food till morrow deep midnight.
I will, my Hermia. Helen, adieu. As you on her, Demetrius dote on you.
How happy some or other some can be. Through Athens I am thought as fair as she, but what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. She will not know what all but she do know. And as she errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I, admiring of her qualities, love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind. And therefore is winged Cupid painted blind, nor hath love's mind of any judgment taste, wings and no eyes, figure unheedy haste. And therefore love is said to be a child, for in choice he is so oft beguiled. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eyne, she held down oaths that she was only mine. And when this halesome heat from Hermia felt, so she dissolved, and showers of oaths did melt. I will go tell her of fair Hermia's flight, then to the wood will she tomorrow night pursue her, and for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense. But herein mean I to enrich my pain, to have her sight thither and back again.
Scene 2, Athens, Quince's house. Enter Quince, Snug, Bottom, and Flute.
Is all our company here?
You were best to call them generally man by man according to the script.
Here's the scroll of every man's name, which is thought fit through all Athens to play in our interlude before the Duke and the Duchess on his wedding day at night.
First, good Peter Quince, say what the play treats on.
Merry our play is, the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
A very good piece of work, I assure you, and merry. Now, good Peter Quince, call forth your actors by the scroll. Masters, spread yourselves.
Answer as I call you. Nick Bottom the Weaver?
Ready. Name what part I am for and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
A lover that kills himself most gallant for love.
That will ask some tears and true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes, and I will move storms. I will condole in some measure. To the rest. Yet my chief humor is for a tyrant. I could play Heracles rarely, or apart to tear a caten, to make all split. The raging rocks and the shivering shock shall break the locks of prison's gates, amphibious car shall shine from far and make mar the foolish fates. This was lofty. Now name the rest of the players.
Francis Flute, the bellows mender.
Here, Peter Quince.
Flute, you must take Thisbe on you.
What is Thisbe, a wandering knight?
It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay, faith, let me not play a woman.
Let me play Thisbe too. I'll speak in this monstrous little voice. Thisbe, Thisbe, ah, Pyramus lover dear, thy Thisbe dear and lady dear.
No, you must play Pyramus and Flute you Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Snug the joiner, you the lion's part, and I hope here is a play fitted.
Have you the lion's part written? Pray you if it be given me, for I am slow of study.
You may do it extempore, for it is nothing but roaring.
Let me play the lion too. I will roar that I will do any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar that I will make the Duke say, let him roar again. Let him roar again.
And you should do it too terribly. You would fright the Duchess and the ladies, that they would shriek. And that were enough to hang us all.
I grant you, friends, that you should fright the ladies out of their wits. They would have no more discretion but to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice so that I will roar you as gently as a suckling dove. I will roar you as entwert nightingale.
You can play no part but Pyramus, for Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, a proper man, as one shall see in a summer's day, a most lovely, gentlemanlike man. Therefore, you must needs play Pyramus.
Well, I will undertake it. What beard were it I best to play it in?
Why, what you will.
I will discharge it in either your straw-colored beard, your orange and tawny beard, your purple and grain beard, or your French crown-colored beard, yours perfect yellow.
Some of your French crowns have no hair at all, and then you will play barefaced. But, masters, here are your parts, and I am to entreat you, request you, and desire you to con them by tomorrow night, and meet me in the palace wood, a mile without the town by moonlight. There will we rehearse. In the meantime, I will draw a bill of properties such as our play wants. I pray you, fail me not.
We will meet, and there we may rehearse the most obscenely and courageously. Take pains, be perfect. Adieu.
At the Duke's Oak we meet.
Enough, hold your cup bowstrings.
Act 2, Scene 1, a wood near Athens. Enter Cobweb and Puck.
How now, spirit? Whither wander you?
Over hill, over dale, thorough bush, thorough briar, over park, over pale, thorough flood, thorough fire. I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon's sphere, and I serve the fairy queen to do her orbs upon the green. Farewell, thou lob of spirits, all be gone. Our queen and all our elves come here anon.
The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed the queen not come within his sight, for Oberon is passing fell and wrath, because that she's her attendant hath a lovely boy stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling, and jealous Oberon would have the child, knight of his train and trace the forest wild, but she, perforce, withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers, and makes him all her joy. And now they never meet in Grover Green, by fountain clear or spangled starlight sheen, but they do square that all their elves for fear creep into acorn cups and hide them there.
Either I mistake your shape in making quite, or else you are that shrewd and knavish sprite called Robin Goodfellow. Are not you he that frightens the maidens in the villagery, skim milk, and sometimes labor in the quern, and Bootless make the breathless housewife turn, mislead night wanderers, and sometime make the drinks to bear no barm, laughing at their harm. Those that hobgoblin call you, and sweet Puck, you do their work, and they shall have good luck. Are not you he?
Thou speakest aright. I am that merry wanderer of night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile when I a fat and bean-fed horse beguile, neighing in likeness of that hilly foal, the wisest ant telling the saddest tale. Sometimes a 3-foot stool mistaketh me, then slip I from her bum, down topple she, and Taylor cries, and falls into a cough, and the whole choir hold their hips and laugh, and wax it in their mirth and knees, and swear a merrier hour was never wasted there. But, room fairy, here comes Oberon.
And here my mistress, would that he were gone.
Ill-met by moonlight, proud Titania.
But, jealous Oberon, fairies, skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and company.
Terry, rash wanton, am not I thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. Why art thou here, come from the furthest steppe of India? But that forsooth, the bouncing Amazon, your buskined mistress and warrior love, to Theseus must be wedded, and you come to give their bed joy and prosperity.
How canst thou thus, for shame, Titania, glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus?
These are the forgeries of jealousy, for never since the middle summer spring met we on hill, in dale, forest, or mead to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind, but with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport.
Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not the child of me. His mother was a votress of my order, and in the spiced evening air of India, full often hath she gossiped by my side. But she, being mortal, of that boy did die. And for her sake do I rear up her boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
Aww.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus's wedding day. If you will patiently dance in our rounds and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me, and I will spare your haunts.
Give me that boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies away. We shall chide down right if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way. Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle Puck, come hither. Thou rememberest, since once I sat upon a promontory and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back, uttering such dulcet and harmonious breath that certain stars shot madly from their spheres to hear the sea maid's music.
I remember.
That very time I saw, but thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid, all armed, a certain aim he took at a fair vessel thrown by the west, and loosened his love shaft smartly from his bow, as it should pierce 100,000 hearts. Yet I marked where the bow of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's wound. And maidens call it love and idleness. Fetch me that flower, the herb I showed thee once. The juice of it on sleeping eyelids laid will make man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature that it sees.
I'll put a girdle round about the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania while she is asleep and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing then she waking looks upon, be it on lion, bear, or wolf, or bull, she shall pursue it with the soul of love, And ere I take this charm from off her sight, as I can take it with another herb, I'll make her render up her page to me. But who comes here? I am invisible and will overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? One I'll slay, the other slayeth me. And thou toldst me they were stolen unto this wood. And here am I, and woe within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence, get thee gone, and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant, but yet you draw not iron, for my heart is true as steel. Leave you your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair, or rather, do I not in plainest truth tell you I do not, nor I cannot love you?
And even for that do I love you the more.
Tempt not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I do look on thee.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
You do impeach your modesty too much, to leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one that loves you not. I'll run from thee and hide me in the brakes, and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
Oh, the wildest hath not such a heart as you. Run when you will, the story shall be changed. Apollo flies and Daphne holds the chase. The dove pursues the griffin, the mild hind makes speed to catch the tiger. Bootless speed when cowardice pursues and valor flies.
I will not stay thy questions, let me go. Or if thou follow me, do not believe, but I will do thee mischief in the wood.
Aye, in the temple, in the town, in the field you do me mischief. Fie, Demetrius! I'll follow thee and make a heaven of a hell to die upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well, nymph. Ere she do leave this grove, thou shalt fly her, and she shall seek thy love. Hast thou the flower there? Welcome, wanderer.
There it is.
I pray thee, give it me. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where oxlips and the nodding violet grows. There sleeps Titania sometime of the night, lulled in these flowers with dances and delight. And with the juice of this, I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of it and seek through this grove. A sweet Athenian youth is in love with a disdainful lady. Anoint her eyes, but do it when the next thing she espies may be the youth. Thou shalt know the lady by the Athenian garments she hath on. Effect it with some care, that she may prove more fond on them than they upon their love. And look thou meet me ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so.
Scene 2, another part of the wood. Enter Titania with her train.
Come now, a roundel and a fairy song. Sing me now asleep, then let me rest.
What is love? Lady, thou wonders, my heart. What is love? Lady, thou
Hence away, now all is well. One aloof stands sentinel.
Titania sleeps. Enter Oberon and squeezes the flower on Titania's eyelids.
What thou seest when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love take. Love and languish for his sake, be it ounce or cat or bear, hard or boar with bristled hair, in thy eye that shall appear. When thou wakest, it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Fair love, you faint with wandering in the wood, and to speak troth, I have forgot our way. Will rest us, Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander. find you out of bed, for I upon this bank will rest my head.
One turf shall serve for pillow for us both, one heart, one bed, two bosoms, and one troth.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off. Do not lie so near.
Oh, take the sense of sweet of my innocence. Love makes meaning and love's conference. I mean that my heart unto yours is knit, so that by one heart we can make of it. Then by your side no bedroom me deny, for lying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysander riddles very prettily. Now much beshrew my manners and my pride if Hermia meant to say Lysander lied. But gentle friend, for love and courtesy lie further off. In human modesty so far be distant. And good night, sweet friend. Thy love ne'er alter till thy sweet life end.
Amen, amen to that fair prayer, say I, and then end life when I end loyalty. Here is my bed, sleep give thee all his rest.
With half that wish, the wisher's eyes be pressed.
They sleep. Enter Puck.
To the forest have I gone, but Athenian found I none. With eyes I might approve this flower's force and stirring love. Night and silence. Oh, who is there? Weeds of Athens she doth wear. This is she, my master said, despises the Athenian maid. And here the maiden, sleeping sound, on the dank and dirty ground. Oh, pretty soul, she durst not lie near this lack love, this kill courtesy. Churl, upon thine eyes I throw all the power this charm doth owe. When thou wakest, let love forbid, sleep his seat on thy eyelid. Shall awake when I am gone, for I must now to Oberon.
Stay, though thou kill me, sweet Demetrius.
I charge thee hence, and do not haunt me thus.
Oh, wilt thou leave me, darkling, leave me, and do not so.
Stay, on thy peril, I alone will go.
Oh, I am out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia, wheresoe'er she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not with salt tears, if so, mine are oftener washed than hers. Therefore no marvel though Demetrius do as a monster fly my presence thus. But who is here? Lysander, on the ground, dead or asleep? I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good lady, wake.
And run through fire I will for thy sweet sake. Transparent Helena, nature shows art, that through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Oh, where is Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word is that vile name to perish on my sword.
Do not say so, Lysander. Say not so. What, though she love your Hermia? Lord, what though? Yet Hermia still loves you. Then be content.
Content with Hermia? No, I do repent the tedious minutes I with her have spent. Not Hermia, but Helena I love, who will not change a raven for a dove.
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve this scorn? Is it not enough? Is it not enough, young one, that I did never, nor never can deserve a sweet look from Demetrius's eye, but you must flout my insufficiency? But fare you well, perforce I must confess, I thought you a lady of more true gentleness. Oh, that a youth of one woman refused should of other therefore be abused.
They seest not Hermia. Hermia, sleep thou there, and never mayest thou come Lysander near, for as a surfeit of the sweetest things, the deepest loathing to the stomach brings, and all my powers address your love and might to honor Helen and to be their knight.
Help me, Lysander, help me, do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my breast. Ay, pity. For what a dream was here. Lysander, look how I do quake with fear. Methought a serpent eat my heart away, and you sat smiling at his cruel prey. Lysander? What, removed? Lysander? Lord? What, out of hearing, gone? No sound, no word? Alack, where are you? Speak, and if you hear, speak of all loves. I swoon almost with fear. No? Then I well perceive you all not nigh. Either death or you I'll find immediately.
Act 3, Scene 1, The Wood. Titania lying asleep. Enter Quince, snug, bottom and flute.
Are we all met?
And here's a marvelous convenient place for our rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage, and this hawthorn brake our tiring house, and we will do it in action as we will do it before the Duke.
Peter Quince.
What sayest thou, Bully Bottom?
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
By our lack in a parlous fear.
I believe we must leave the killing out when all is done.
Not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say we will do no harms with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And for more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom, the weaver. This will put them out of fear.
Well, we will have such a prologue.
Oh, will the ladies not be afeared of the lion?
I fear it, I promise you.
Masters, you ought to consider with yourselves to bring in card shield us. A lion among ladies is a most dreadful thing.
Therefore, another prologue must tell that I am not a lion.
Nay, half his face must be seen through the lion's neck, and he himself must speak through, saying thus or the same defect, ladies or fair ladies, I would wish you, or I would request you, or I would entreat you not to fear, not to tremble, my life for yours. If you think I come hither as a lion, it were to pity on my life. No, I am no such thing. I am a man as other men are.
Well, it shall be so, but there's two hard things. That is to bring the moonlight into a chamber, for you know, Pyramus and Thisbe meet by moonlight.
Doth the moon shine that night we play our play?
A calendar. Look in the almanac, find out if moonshine, find out moonshine.
Yes, it doth shine that night.
Why, then may you leave a casement of the great chamber window where we play open, and moon may shine in at the casement.
Aye, or else one must come in with a bush of thorns and a lanthorn and say he comes to present the person of moonshine. Then there is another thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber. For Pyramus and Thisbe, says the story, did talk through the chink of a wall.
You can never bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Some man or other must present wall, and let him have some plaster or some loam to signify wall, and let him hold his fingers thus, and through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
If that may be, then all is well. Come, sit down, every mother's son, and rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you begin. When you have spoken your speech, enter into that break, and so everyone according to his cue.
What hempen homespuns have we swaggering here, so near the cradle of the fairy queen? Oh, what, a play toward? Well, I'll be an auditor, an act or two perhaps, if I see cause.
Speak, Pyramus. Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of odious savors sweet.
Odors, odors.
Odors, savors sweet. But hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe. But hark, a voice, stay thou, but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
A stranger pyramus than e'er played here.
Must I speak now?
Aye, Mary, must you, for you must understand he goes to but to see a noise that he heard, and is to come again.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily white of hue, of color like the red rose on triumphant briar. I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb.
Ninus's tomb, man. Why, you must not speak that yet. That you answer to Pyramus. You speak all your part at once, cues and all. Pyramus, enter. Your cue is past. It is triumphant briar.
Of color like the red rose on triumphant briar.
Re-enter Puck and Bottom with an ass's head.
If I were fair, Thisbe, I were only thine.
Oh, monstrous! Oh, strange, we are haunted. Pray, masters, fly, masters, help!
I'll follow you. I'll lead you all about around, through bog, through bush, through brake, through briar. Sometimes a horse I'll be, sometime a hound, a hog, a headless bear, sometime a fire, and neigh and bark and grunt and roar and burn, like horse, hound, hog, bear, fire, at every turn.
Why do they run away? This knavery of them is to make me afraid.
Oh, Bottom, thou art changed. What do I see on thee?
What do you see? You see an asshead of your own, do you?
Bless thee, Bottom, bless thee, thou art translated.
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me, to fright me if they could. But I will not stir from this place, do what they can. I will walk up and down here, and I will sing that they shall hear. I am not afraid. I'm not afraid, not afraid.
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
We'll walk this road together through the weather, whatever weather, cold or warm.
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamored of thy note, and so is mine eye enthralled to thy shape, and thy fair virtues perforce doth move me to say, to swear on the first view, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. And yet, to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays. The more the pity that their honest neighbors will not make them friends. Nay, I cleek upon occasion.
Oh, thou art wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so neither. But if I had wit enough to get out of this wood, I would have enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here whether thou wilt or no. I am a fairy of no uncommon rate. The summer still doth tend upon my state, and I do love thee. Therefore, go with me. I'll give thee fairies to attend on thee. Peas blossom, cobweb, mustard seed.
Ready.
And I.
And I.
Where shall we go?
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gambol in his eyes. Feed him with apricots and dewberries. The honey bag steal from the humble bees, and pluck the wings from painted butterflies to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes. Nod to him, elves, and do him courtesies.
Hail, mortal.
Hail.
Hail.
I cry your worship's mercy heartily. I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb.
I shall desire you of more acquaintance, good Master Cobweb. If I cut my finger, I shall make bold with you. Your name, honest gentleman?
Peas Blossom.
I pray you, commend me to Mistress Squash, your mother, and Master Peascod, your father. Good Master Peas Blossom, I shall desire you of more acquaintance too. Your name, I beseech you, sir?
Mustard seed.
Good Master Mustard Seed, I know your patience well. That same cowardly giant-like ox beef hath devoured many a gentleman of your house. I promise you, your kindred had made my eyes water ere now. I desire your more acquaintance, good Master Mustard Seed.
Come, wait upon him. Lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, looks with a watery eye. And when she weeps, weeps every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity. Tie up my love's tongue. Bring him silently.
Scene 2, another part of the wood. Enter Oberon.
I wonder if Titania be awaked. Then what it was that next came in her eye, what she much dote on in extremity. Here comes my messenger. How now, mad spirit? What night rule now about this haunted grove?
With the monsters in love near to her close and consecrated bower, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour, a crew of patches, rude mechanicals that work for bread upon Athenian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play intended for great Theseus's nuptial day. The shallowest, thick-skinned of that barren sort who Pyramus presented in their sport forsook his scene and entered a break when I did at this advantage take an ass's no I fix on his head. Anon his Thisbe must be answered, and forth my mimic comes. When they him spy as wild geese that in creeping fowler eye, they sever themselves and madly sweep the sky. So at his sight away his fellows fly. I led them on in this distracted fear, and left sweet Pyramus translated there. When in that moment, so it came to pass, Titania waked and straightway loved an ass.
This falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou yet latched the Athenian's eyes with the love juice, as I did bid thee do?
Yeah, I took her sleeping. That is finished too. And the Athenian woman by her side, that when she waked, of force she must be eyed.
Stand close. This is the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but not this the other.
Oh, why rebuke you her that loves you so? Lay breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I but chide, but I should use thee worse. For thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in her sleep, being o'er shoes in blood, plunge in the deep and kill me too. The sun was not so true unto the day as she to me. Would she have stolen away from sleeping Hermia? It cannot be, but thou hast murdered her. So should a murderer look, so dead, so grim.
So should the murdered look, and so should I, pierced through the heart with your stern cruelty. Yet you, the murderer, look as bright, as clear as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is she? Oh, good Demetrius, wilt thou give her me?
I had rather give her carcass to my hounds.
Out, dog, out, cur, thou drivest me past the bounds of maiden's patience. Hast thou slain her then? Henceforth being never numbered among men. Oh, once tell true, even for my sake. Durst thou have looked upon her being awake, and hast thou killed her sleeping? Oh, brave touch, could not a worm and adder do so much?
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is she dead, for aught that I can tell.
I pray thee then tell me that she is well.
And if I could, what should I get therefore?
A privilege never to see me more, and from thy hated presence part I so. See me no more, whether she be dead or no.
There is no following her in this fierce vein. Here therefore for a while I will remain, so sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow, for debt that bankrupt sleep doth sorrow owe, which now in some slight measure it will pay, for if his tender hear, I make him stay.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love's sight. Of thy misprision must perforce ensue some true love turned, and not a false turn true.
Then fate o'errules that, one man holding troth, a million fail, confounding oath on oath.
About the wood go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens, look thou find. All fancy sick they are, and pale of cheer, with sighs of love that cost the fresh blood dear. By some illusion see thou bring them here. I'll charm their eyes against they do appear.
I go, look how I go. Swifter than an arrow from a Tartar's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sink an apple of her eye when her love she doth espy. Let her shine as gloriously as the Venus of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth, mistook by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Stand aside, the noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Then will two at once woo one. That must needs be sport alone. On these things that do best please me, that befall preposterously.
Why should you think that I woo and scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. Look, when I vow, I weep, and vows so born in their nativity all truth appear.
These vows are Hermia's. Will you give her o'er? Weigh oath with oath, and you will nothing weigh. Your vows to her and me put in two scales will even weigh, and both as light as tails.
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Nor none in my mind, now you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves her, and she loves not you.
Oh, Helena, goddess, nymph, perfect, divine, to what my love shall I compare thine eyne? Crystal is muddy. Oh, how ripe and show thy lips, those kissing cherries tempting grow.
Oh, spite! Oh, hell! I see you all are bent to set against me for your merriment. If you were civil, a new courtesy, you would not do me this much injury. Can you not hate me, as I know you do, but you must join in souls to mock me too? You are both rivals and love Hermia, and now both rivals to mock Helena.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so, for you love Hermia. This you know I know. And here, with all goodwill, with all my heart, in Hermia's love I yield you up my part, and yours of Helena to me bequeath, whom I do love until my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia, I will none. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her but as guest lies sojourned, and now to Helen is at home returned, there to remain.
Helen, it is not so.
Disparage not the faith thou dost not know, lest to thy peril thou buy it dear. Look, where thy love comes, yonder is thy dear.
Dark night that from the eye his function takes, the ear more quick of apprehension makes. Thou art not by mine eye, Lysander, found. Mine ear, I think, it brought me to thy sound. But why unkindly didst thou leave me so?
Why should she stay whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love that would not let her bide, fair Helena, who more inglides the night than all you fiery O's and eyes of light. Why seekest thou me? Could not this make thee know the hate I bear thee made me leave thee so?
You speak not as you think, it cannot be.
Lo, she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired? Have you with these contrived to bait me with this foul derision? Is all the counsel that we two have shared, the sisters' vows, the hours that we have spent when we have chid the hasty-footed time for parting us, so is it all forgot? We, Hermia, like two artificial gods, have with our needles created both one flower, have both on one sampler, sitting on one cushion, both warbling of one song, both in one key, as if our hands, our sides, voices, and minds had been incorporate. So we grew together, like to a double cherry, seeming parted, but yet a union in partition. So with two seeming bodies, but one heart. And will you rent our ancient love asunder to join with them in scorning your poor friend?
I am amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not. It seems that you scorn me.
Have you not sent Lysander, as in scorn, to follow me and praise my eyes and my face, and made your other love, Demetrius, who even but now did spurn me with her foot, to call me goddess, nymph, divine and rare, precious, celestial?
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do persever, counterfeit sad looks, make mouths upon me when I turn my back, wink at each other, hold the just up. This sport, well carried, shall be chronicled. If you have any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make me such an argument, but fare ye well. 'Tis partly of my own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy.
Stay, gentle Helena, hear my excuse, my love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent!
Sweet, do not scorn them so.
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreats. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helena, I love thee. By my life I do. I swear by that which I will lose for thee to prove her false that says I love thee not.
I say I love thee more than she can do.
If thou say so, withdraw and prove it too.
Quick, come.
Lysander, where to tends all this?
Hang off, thou cat, thou bird, thou vile thing, let loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent.
Why are you grown so rude? What change is this? Sweet love.
Thy love out, tawny Tartar, out, loathed medicine, hated potion, hence.
Do not you jest?
Yes, sooth, and so do you.
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
I would I had your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds you. I'll not trust your word.
What? Should I hurt her, strike her, kill her dead? Although I hate her, I'll not harm her so.
What, can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me? Wherefore? Oh me, what news, my love? Am not I Hermia? Are not you Lysander? I am as fair now as I was ere while.
Aye, by my life. And never did desire to see thee more, and therefore be out of hope, out of question, of doubt be certain, nothing truer, 'tis no jest that I do hate thee, and love Helena.
Oh, me, you juggler, you canker blossom, you thief of love. What, have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from her?
Fine, in faith. Have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What, will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you!
Puppet? Why so? Aye, that way goes the game. Now I perceive that they have made compare between our statures. They have urged their height, forsooth, they have prevailed with her. And are you grown so high in her esteem because I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, thou painted maypole? Speak. How low am I? I am not yet so low but that my nails can reach into thine eyes.
Pray you, though you mock me, good ladies, let her not strike me. You perhaps may think, because she is something lower than myself, that I can match her.
Lower, hark again.
Good Hermia, do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did love you, Hermia. Did ever keep your counsels, never wronged you, save that in love unto Demetrius, I told her of your stealth unto this wood. She followed you, for love I followed her, but she hath chid me hence and threatened me to strike me, to spurn me, nay, to kill me too. And now, so you will let me quiet go to Athens while I bear my folly back and follow you no further. Let me go. You see how simple and how fond I am.
Why, get you gone. Who is't that hinders you?
A foolish heart that I leave here behind.
What with Lysander?
With Demetrius!
Be not afraid, she will not harm thee, Helena.
No, sure she shall not, though you take her part.
Oh, when she's angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school, and though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little again. Nothing but low and little. Why will you suffer them to flout me thus? Let me come to them.
Get you gone, you dwarf, you minimus, you hindering not grass maid, you bead, you acorn.
You are too officious in their behalf that scorns your services. Let her alone, speak not of Helena, take not their part, for if thou dost intend never so little show of love to them, thou shalt abide it.
Now she holds me not. Now follow, if thou darest, to try whose right of thine or mine is most in Helena.
Follow. Nay, I'll go with thee, cheek by jowl.
You, mistress, all this coil is long of you. Nay, go not back.
I will not trust you, I, nor stay any longer in your cursed company. Your hands than mine are quicker for a fray. My legs are longer, though, to run away.
I am amazed and know not what to say.
This is thy negligence. Still thou mistakest, or else committest these knaveries willfully.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did not you tell me I should know the youth by the Athenian garment she had on? And so far blameless proves my enterprise, that I have anointed an Athenian's eyes. And so far am I glad that it did sort, as they're jangling, I esteem a sport.
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. Hie therefore, Robin, overcast the night, and lead these testy rivals so astray as one come not within another's way. Till o'er their brows death counterfeiting sleep with leaden legs and batty wings doth creep. Then crush this herb into the lover's eyes, whose liquor hath this virtuous property to take from thence all error with their might, and make their eyeballs roll with wonted sight. When they next wake, all this derision shall seem a dream and a fruitless vision. And back to Athens shall the lovers wend, with league whose date till death shall never end. Whiles I in this affair do thee employ, all to my queen, and beg her changeling boy. And then I will her charmed eye release from monsters' view, and all things shall be peace.
Oh, my fairy lord, this must be done with haste, for night's swift dragons cut the clouds full fast, and yonder shines Aurora's harbinger, at whose approach ghosts wandering here and there troop home to churchyards, damned spirits all.
But we are spirits of another sort. I with the morning's love have oft made sport. But notwithstanding haste, make no delay, we may effect this business yet ere day.
Up and down, up and down. I will lead them up and down. I am feared in field and town. Goblin, lead them up and down. Oh, here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now.
Here, villain, drawn and ready. Where art thou?
I will be with thee straight.
Follow me then to plainer ground.
Lysander, speak again. Thou runaway, thou coward, art thou fled? Speak. In some bush? Where dost thou hide thy head?
Thou coward, art thou bragging to the stars, telling the bushes that thou lookest for wars, and wilt not come? Come, recreant, come, thou child. I'll whip thee with a rod. She is defiled that draws a sword on thee.
Yea, art thou there?
Follow my voice, we'll try no manhood here.
She goes before me and still dares me on. When I come where she calls, then she is gone. The villain is much lighter heeled than I followed fast and faster she did fly. That fallen am I in a dark, uneven way, and here will rest me.
Lysander lies down.
Come, thou gentle day, for if but once thou show me thy gray light, I'll find Demetrius and revenge this spite.
Lysander sleeps.
Ho, 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 coward! Why comest thou not?
Abide me, if thou darest, for well I wot thou runn'st before me, shifting every place, and darest not stand, nor look me in the face. Where art thou now?
Come hither, I am here.
Oh, nay, then thou mock'st me. Thou shalt bide this dear, if ever I thy face by daylight see. Now go thy way. Faintness constraineth me to measure out my length on this cold bed. Thy day's approach look to be visited.
Demetrius lies down and sleeps.
Oh, weary night, long and tedious night, abate thy hour. Shine comforts from the east, that I may back to Athens by daylight, from these that my poor company detest, and sleep that sometimes shuts up sorrow's eye, steal me a while from mine own company.
Helena lies down and sleeps.
Yep, but 3, come one more. 2 of both kinds make up 4.
Never so weary, never so in woe, bedabbled with the dew and torn with briars. I can no further crawl, no further go. My legs can keep no pace with my desires. Here will I rest me till the break of day. Heavens shield Lysander if they mean a fray.
Hermia lies down and sleeps.
On the ground, sleep sound, and I'll apply to your eye, gentle lover, remedy.
Puck squeezes the juice on Lysander and Demetrius's eyes.
When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in the sight of thy chosen lover's eye.
Act 4, Scene 1, the same. Lysander, Demetrius, Helena, and Hermia lying asleep. Enter Titania and Bottom, Peas Blossom, Cobweb, and Mustard Seed. Oberon behind, unseen.
Come, sit thee down upon this flowery bed, while I thy amiable cheeks do coy, and stick musk roses in thy sleek, smooth head, and kiss thy fair large ears, my gentle joy.
Where's Peas Blossom?
Ready.
Scratch my head, Peas Blossom. Where's Monsieur Cobweb?
Ready.
Monsieur Cobweb, good Monsieur, get your weapon in your hand and kill me a red-hipped humble bee on top of a thistle. And good Monsieur, bring me the honey bag. And good Monsieur, have care the honey bag break not. I would be loath to have you overflown with honey bags, Signor. Where's Monsieur Mustard Seed?
Ready.
Give me your ear, Monsieur Mustard Seed. Pray you, leave your courtesies, good Monsieur.
What is your will?
Nothing, good Monsieur, but to help Calverley Cobweb to scratch. I must to the barber's, Monsieur, for methinks I am marvelously hairy about the face. I'm such a tender ass. If my hair do but tickle, I must scratch.
Oh, say, sweet love, what thou desirest to eat.
I could munch your good dry oats. Methinks I have a great desire to a bottle of hay. Good hay, sweet hay, hath no fellow.
I have a venturous fairy that shall seek the squirrel's hoard and fetch thee new nuts.
I had rather have a handful or 2 of dried peas, but I pray you, let none of your people stir me. I have an exposition of sleep come upon me.
Sleep thou, and I will wind thee in my arms. Fairies, be gone, and be always away. So doth the woodbine, the sweet honeysuckle, gently entwist. The lovely ivy so enrings the barky fingers of the elm. Oh, how I love thee, how I dote on thee.
They sleep. Enter Puck.
Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou this sweet sight? Her dotage now I do begin to pity. For meeting her of late behind the wood, I did upbraid her and fall out with her. For she his hairy temples then had rounded with a coronet of fresh and fragrant flowers. When I had at my pleasure taunted her, and she in mild terms begged my patience, I then did ask of her her changeling child. And now I have the boy. I will undo this hateful imperfection of her eyes, and gentle Puck, take this transformed scalp from off the head of this Athenian swain, that he, awaking when the others do, may all to Athens back again repair, and think no more of this night's accidents, but as the fierce vexation of a dream. But first I will release the fairy queen. Be as thou was wont to be, see as thou was wont to see. Dian's bud or Cupid's flower hath such force and blessed power. Now, my Titania, wake you, my sweet queen.
My Oberon, what visions have I seen? Methought I was enamored of an ass.
There lies your love.
Came these things to pass? Oh, how mine eye do loathe his visage now.
Silence a while, Robin, take off his head. Titania, music call, and strike more dead than common sleep of all these five the sense.
Music, ho! Music such as charmeth sleep.
What is love? Lady, the wonders, the wonders.
Now when thou wakest, with thine own fool's eyes peep.
What is love? Lady, the wonders,
Sound music!
the wonders.
Come, my queen, take hands with me and rock the ground whereon these sleepers be.
Fairy King, attend and mark. I do hear the morning low.
Then, my queen, in silence sad, trip we after the night's shade. We the globe can compass soon, swifter than the wandering moon.
Come, my lord, and in our flight, tell me how it came this night that I, sleeping here, was found with these mortals on the ground.
Enter Theseus, Hippolyta, Aegeus, and Train. Go, one of you, find out the forester, for now our observation is performed, and since we have the voward of the day, my love shall hear the music of my hounds. We will, fair queen, walk up to mountain's top and mark the musical confusion of hounds and echo in conjunction.
I was with Hercules and Cadmus once, when in a wood of Crete they bayed the bear with hounds of Sparta. Never did I hear such gallant chiding. I never heard so musical a discord, such sweet thunder.
My hounds are bred of the Spartan kind, slow in pursuit, but a cry more tunable was never hollowed to, nor cheered with horn. Judge when you hear. But soft, what nymphs are these?
My lord, this is my daughter here asleep. And this Lysander? This Demetrius is. And this Helena, old Netter's Helena. I wonder if they're being here together.
No doubt they rose up early to observe the rite of May, and hearing our intent came here and grace our solemnity. But speak, Aegeus, is this not the day that Hermia should give answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
Go, bid the huntsmen wake them with their horns. Good morrow, friends. St. Valentine is past. Begin these woodbirds but to couple now?
Pardon, my lord.
I pray you all stand up. I know you two are rival enemies. How comes this gentle concord in the world? That hatred is so far from jealousy to sleep by hate and fear no enmity?
My lord, I shall reply amazedly, half asleep, half waking, but as yet I swear I cannot truly say how I came here. I came with Hermia hither. Our intent was to be gone from Athens, where we might, without the peril of the Athenian law.
Enough, enough. My lord, you have enough. I beg the law upon her head. They would have stolen away. They would, Demetrius, thereby to have defeated you and me.
My lord, fair Helen told me of their self, of this their purpose hither to this wood, and I in fury followed them, fair Helenine, fancy following me. But, my good lord, I wot not by what power, my love to Hermia melted as the snow, and all the faith, the virtue of my heart, is only Helena. To them, my lord, was I betrothed ere I saw Hermia, but like in sickness did I loathe this food, but as in health come to my natural taste. Now I do wish it, love it, long for it, and will forevermore be true to it.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately met. Of this discourse we will hear more anon. Aegeus, I will overbear your will, for in the temple by and by with us these couples shall eternally be knit. And for the morning now is something worn, our purposed hunting shall be set aside. Away with us to Athens, 3 and 3, we'll hold a feast in great solemnity. Come, Hippolyta.
These things seem small and undistinguishable.
Methinks I see these things with parted eye when everything seems double.
Oh, methinks I have found Demetrius like a jewel, mine own and not mine own.
Are you sure that we are awake? It seems to me that yet we sleep, we dream. Do not you think the Duke was here and bid us follow him?
Yea, and my father.
And Hippolyta.
And he did bid us follow to the temple.
Why then, we are awake. Let's follow him. And by the way, let us recount our dreams.
When my cue comes, call me. I will answer. My next is most fair, pure Messiah. Oh, Peter Quince, flute, bellow member, snug. God's my life stolen hence and left me asleep. I have had a most rare vision. I have had a dream past the wit of man to say what dream it was. Man is but an ass. If he go about to expound this dream, methought I will get Peter Quince to write a ballad of this dream. It shall be called Bottom's Dream, because it hath no bottom. And I will sing it in the latter end of the play before the Duke, pre-adventure, to make it the more gracious. I shall sing it at her death.
Scene 2, Athens, Quince's house. Enter Quince and flute.
Have you sent to Bottom's house? Is he come home yet?
He cannot be heard of. Out of doubt he is transported. If he come not, then the play is marred. It goes not forward, doth it?
It is not possible. You have not a man in all Athens able to discharge. Pyramus, but he.
No, he hath simply the best wit of any handicraft man in Athens.
Yea, and the best person too, and he is a very paramour for his sweet voice.
You must say paragon. A paramour is, God bless us, a thing of naught.
Oh, masters, the Duke is coming from the temple, and 2 or 3 more lords and ladies more married. If our sport had gone forward, we would have been made men.
Oh, sweet bully Bottom.
Where are these lads? Where are these hearts? Bottom, a most courageous day, a most happy hour.
Masters, I am to discourse wonders. I will tell you everything right as it fell out.
Let us hear, sweet Bottom.
Not a word of me. All that I will tell you is that the Duke hath dined. Every man look over their parts, for the short and long is, our play is preferred. In any case, let Thisbe have clean linen, and let not him that plays the lion pare his nails, for they shall hang out for the lion's claws. And, most dear actors, eat no onions, nor garlic, for we are to utter sweet breath, and I do not but to hear them say it is a sweet comedy. No more words. Away, go away.
Act 5, Scene 1, Athens, the palace of Theseus. Enter Theseus, Hippolyta, and Aegeus.
'Tis strange, my Theseus, that these lovers speak of.
More strange than true. I never may believe these antique fables, nor these fairy toys. The lunatic, the lover, and the poet are in imagination all compact. Such tricks hath strong imagination, that if it would but apprehend some joy, it comprehends some bringer of that joy. Or in the night imagining some fear, how easy is a bush supposed a bear?
But all the story of the night told over, and all their minds transfigured so together, more witnesseth than fancy's images, and grows to something of great constancy, but howsoever strange and admirable.
Here come the lovers, full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends, joy and fresh days of love accompany your hearts.
More than to us wait in your royal walks, your board, your bed.
Come now, what masks, what dances shall we have to wear away this long age of 3 hours between our after supper and bedtime? What revels are in hand? Is there no play to ease the anguish of a torturing hour? Call Aegeus.
Here, mighty Theseus.
Say, what abridgment have you for this evening?
There is a brief, how many sports are ripe. Make choice of which your highness will see first.
The battle with the centaurs, to be sung by an Athenian eunuch to the harp. Will none of that. That I have told my love and glory of my kinsman Hercules. The riot of the tipsy bacchanals, tearing the Thracian singer in their rage, that is an old device, and it was played when I was from Thebes, came last a conqueror. A tedious brief scene of young Pyramus and his love Thisbe, very tragical mirth. Merry and tragical, tedious and brief, that is hot ice and wondrous strange snow. How shall we find the concord of this discord?
A play there is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I have known a play. But by 10 words, my lord, it is too long, which makes it tedious. And tragical, my noble lord, it is, for Pyramus therein doth kill himself, which, when I saw rehearsed, I must confess, made mine eyes water, but more merry tears the passion of loud laughter never shed.
What are they that do play it?
Hard-handed men that work in Athens here, which never labored in their minds till now, and now have toiled their unbreathed memories with this same play against your nuptial.
And we will hear it.
No, my noble lord, it is not for you. I have heard it over, and it is nothing in the world.
I will hear that play. For nothing, never anything can be amiss when simpleness and duty tender it. Go, bring them in, and take your places, ladies.
I love not to see wretchedness overcharged and duty in his service perishing.
Why, gentle, sweet, you shall see no such thing.
He says they can do nothing in this kind.
The kinder we to give them thanks for nothing. Our sport shall be to take what they mistake, and what poor duty cannot do, noble respect takes in might, not merit.
So please, your grace, the prologue is addressed.
Let him approach.
If we offend, it is with our goodwill that you should think we come not to offend, but with goodwill to show our simple skill. That is the true beginning of our end. Consider then, we come but in despite, we do not come as minding to contest you. Our true intent is all for your delight. We are not here that you should here repent you. The actors are at hand, and by their show you shall know all that you are like to know.
This fellow doth not stand upon points.
He hath rid his prologue like a rough colt, he knows not the stop. A good moral, my friend, is not enough to speak, but to speak true.
Indeed, he hath played on his prologue like a child in a recorder, a sound, but not in government.
His speech was like a tangled chain, nothing impaired, but all disordered. Who is next?
Gentles, perchance you wonder at this show, but wonder on till truth make all things plain. This man is Pyramus, if you would know. This beauteous lady, Thisbe, is certain. This man with lime and rough cast doth present Wall, that vile Wall, which did these lovers sunder, and through Wall's chink, poor souls, they are content to whisper. This man presenteth moonshine, for by moonshine did these lovers think no scorn. To meet at Ninus's tomb, they're there to woo. This grisly beast is Lion Height by name. For all the rest, let Lion, Moonshine, Wall, and lovers twain at large discourse, while here they do remain.
I wonder if the lion be to speak.
No wonder, my love, one lion may when many asses do.
In this same interlude, it doth befall that I, one snug by name, present a wall. And such a wall as I would have you think that had it in a crannied hole or chink through which the lovers, Pyramus and Thisbe, did often whisper very secretly. This loam, this rough cast, and this stone doth show that I am the same wall. The truth is so, and that this, the cranny is right and sinister, through which the fearful lovers doth whisper.
Would you desire lime and hair to speak better?
It is the wittiest partition that ever I heard discoursed, my lord.
Ah, Pyramus draws near the wall. Silence.
Oh, grim looked night, oh night with hue so black, oh night, whichever art when day is not, oh night, alack, 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 I fear my Thisbe's promise is forgot, and thou, oh wall, oh sweet, oh lovely wall, that stands between her father's ground and mine, thou wall, oh sweet and lovely wall, show me thy chink to blink through with mine eyne. Thanks, courteous wall, Jove shield thee well for this. But what see I? No Thisbe do I see. Oh, wicked wall, through whom I see no bliss. Cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me.
Oh, fuck.
The wall, methinks, being sensible, should curse again.
No, in truth, sir, he should not. Deceiving me is Thisbe's cue. She is to enter now, and I am to spy her through the wall. You shall see. It will fall pat as I told you. Yonder she comes.
O wall, full often hast thou heard my moans for parting my fair Pyramus and me. My cherry lips have often kissed thy stones with lime and hair knit up in thee.
I see a voice. Now will I to the chink to spy, and I can hear my Thisbe's face. Thisbe?
My love thou art, my love, I think.
Think what thou wilt, I am thy lover's grace. Oh, kiss me through the hole of this vile wall.
I kiss the wall's hole, not your lips at all.
Wilt thou at Ninny's tomb meet me straight away?
Tide life, tide death, I come without delay.
Thus have I, wall, my part discharged so, and being done, thus wall away doth go.
Now the mural is down between the two neighbors.
No remedy, my lord, when walls are so willful to hear without warning.
This is the silliest stuff that ever I heard.
The best in this kind are but shadows, and the worst are no worse if imagination amend them.
It must be your imagination then, and not theirs.
If we imagine no worse of them than they of themselves, they may pass for excellent men. Here come two noble beasts in, a man and a lion.
You, ladies, you, whose gentle hearts doth to fear the smallest monstrous mouth that creeps on the floor, may now perchance both quake and tremble here, when a lion and the rough in the wildest rage doth roar. Then know that I, one snug the joiner, am a lion fell, no, nor else no lion's dam, for if I should as a lion come in strife onto this place, 'twere pity on my life.
A very gentle beast of a good conscience.
The very best at a beast, my lord, that e'er I saw.
This lion is a very fox for his valor.
True, and a goose for his discretion.
Not so, my love, for his valor cannot carry his discretion, and the fox carries the goose.
His discretion, I am sure, cannot carry his valor, for the goose carries not the fox. It is well. Leave it to his discretion, and let us listen to the moon.
This lanthorn doth the horned moon present.
He should have worn the horns on his head.
He is no crescent, and his horns are invisible within the circumference.
This lanthorn doth the horned moon present. Myself, the man in the moon, do seem to be.
Well, this is the greatest error of all the rest. The man should be put into the lanthorn. How else is it the man in the moon?
He dares not come there for the candle, for you see it is already in snuff.
I'm aweary of this moon. Would he would change.
It appears by his small light of discretion that he is in the wane, but yet in courtesy and all reason, we must stay the time.
Proceed, moon.
All that I have to say is to tell you the lanthorn is the moon, I the man in the moon, this thorn bush my thorn bush, and this dog my dog.
Why, these should all be in the lanthorn, for all these are in the moon. But silence, here comes Thisbe.
This is old Ninny's tomb. Where is my love?
Well roared, lion.
Well run, Thisbe.
Well shown, moon. Truly, the moon shines with a good grace.
Well moused, lion.
And so the lion vanished.
And then came Pyramus.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright, for by the gracious golden glittering gleams, I trust to take of truest Thisbe sight. But stay, O spite, but mark, poor knight, what dreadful dole is here? Thy mantle, good, what, stained with blood? Approach, ye furies, fell, quail, crush, conclude, and quell.
This passion and the death of a dear friend would go near to make a man look sad.
Beshrew my heart, but I pity the man.
Oh, wherefore, nature, didst thou lion's frame, since lion vile hath here deflowered, my dear, which is, which was the fairest dame that lived, that loved, that liked, that looked with cheer. Come, tears, confound, out, sword, and wound the pape of Pyramus. I that left pape where heart doth pop. Thus die I, thus. Now am I dead, now I am fled. My soul is to the sky, tongue loose thy light. Moon, take flight. Oh, die. Die. Die.
No die, but an ace for him, for he is but one.
Less than an ace man, for he is dead, he is nothing.
With the help of a surgeon, he might yet recover and prove an ass.
How chance moonshine is gone before Thisbe comes back and finds her lover.
She will find him by starlight. Here she comes, and her passion's in the play.
Methinks she should not use a long one for such a Pyramus. I hope she will be brief.
She hath already spied him with those sweet eyes.
And thus she means the delicate.
Sleep? My love, what, dead, my dove? Oh, Pyramus, arise! Speak, speak! Quite dumb? Dead, dead, a tomb must cover thy sweet eyes. His eyes were as green as leeks. Oh, sisters three, come, come to me, with hands as pale as milk, lay them in gore, since you have shore with shears his thread of silk tongue. Not a word. Come, trusty sword, come, blade, my breast imbue. And farewell, friends, thus Thisbe ends. Adieu, adieu, adieu.
Moonshine and Lion are left to bury the dead.
Aye, and Wall too.
No, I assure you, the wall is down that part of their fathers. Will it please you to see the epilogue?
No, no epilogue, I pray you, for your play needs no excuse. Never excuse, for when the players are all dead, there needs none be blamed. Well, friends, the iron tongue of midnight hath told 12. Lovers to bed, 'tis almost fairy time. I fear we shall outsleep the coming morn as much as we this night have overwatched. This palpable gross play hath well beguiled the heavy gate of night. Sweet friends, to bed.
Now the hungry lion roars and the wolf behowls the moon, whilst the heavy ploughman snores, all with weary task fordone. Now it is the time of night that the graves all gaping wide, everyone lets forth his sprite in the churchway paths to glide. And we fairies that do run by the triple Hecate's team, from the presence of the sun following darkness like a dream. Now our frolic, and not a mouse shall disturb this hallowed house. I am sent with broom before to dust and sweep behind the door.
Through the house give gathering light by the dead and drowsy fire. Every elf and fairy sprite hop as light as bird from briar. And this ditty after me, sing and dance it trippingly.
Hand in hand with fairy grace, will we sing and bless this place.
Now until the break of day, through this house each fairy stray. To the best bride bed will we, which by us shall blessed be. And the issue there create ever shall be fortunate. So shall all the couples three ever true and loving be. With this field do consecrate, every fairy take his gate, and each several chamber bless, through this palace with sweet peace. Trip away, make no stay, meet me all by break of day.
If we, shadows, have offended, think but this and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here while these visions did appear, and this weak and idle theme no more yielding but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend, and if you pardon, we will mend, and as I am an honest puck, if we have unearned luck, now to scape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long, else the puck a liar call. So, good night unto you all. Give me your hands if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.
Yay! Thank you all so much for coming to see our production of A Midsummer Night's Dream. EUO's Shakesqueer is a place for LGBTQ students and their allies to come together and perform Shakespeare. We change pronouns, we cast people untraditionally in whatever gender they're comfortable as in order to create a space for LGBTQ students to perform theater and work together.
We are so happy that you found this and watched it, and you can find us on Facebook at EUO's Shakesqueer, and also through the website for the English major at the University of Oregon.
Thank you all so much for your support, and have a good rest of your night.
Mhm.